Are women selfish for wanting men to do this? Let me go ahead and put that on the screen, and then we're going to go from there.
So here's the thing. My husband works two jobs, and he works 64 hours a week, has like one day off. And within that one day, I want him to go outside with us, like me, Sophie, and him. And I want us to have a family day. But he wants to stay home and spend time with us. But I don't want that. I want us to be outside. And I'm upset with him because we don't go outside and do activities as a family. Am I being reasonable or am I being a bad way?
So the woman says that her husband works two jobs, has one day off, and he doesn't necessarily want to do family day. Is she selfish for wanting him to do that, or is he wrong for not extending grace over and doing family day?
Man, I think in marriage, coming from a single person, like compromise is a thing. And out of the whole year or something or other, she I understand you work a lot, but you can take some time off to have some family time. You can pick one day. If it's one day out of the if it's one day out of 365, you can spend some time with the fam. You
No, she
come
says
on.
one day out of the one day a week she want him to do family time. She
Okay,
doesn't work.
okay, well that's stupid because he gets one day off a week. That's dumb.
She
Exactly.
doesn't work,
That's dumb.
and he's working two jobs, and he works an extraordinary amount of hours every
He,
single.
he, he should probably be able to hit her up for once a month though. Like, hey, sweetheart, the second Tuesday of the month, we gonna go do some stuff. But yeah, man, you gotta compromise with these women. Like these women will say anything that they want, but when you don't meet certain needs of them, they out of here.
I have a different take, but I'm gonna hold off because I want
Nigga,
to.
you be saying you don't be taking off, but you be low key playing in the streets and talking about working.
That's not true. Work for me is research and development, for example. Like I have,
I get it.
in order to be the person that I am, I
Mhm.
have to experience it in real time. That's just the truth.
I think that they could come to an agreement where it's one or two of those off days a month that he's spending with the family. But I mean, that man is tired.
Yeah.
He deserves a day off to sit and stare at the wall if that's what he wants to do. But with that being said, you know that if you have a family, especially if you have children, there are no days off really. So I don't know. I'm like Quentin on this one. I think there should be some sort of compromise. And I get that he would be tired, especially if she's not working.
Um,
Kind of on her.
I'm not happy.
Most
Did
of
she say what he does for work
She
at
didn't
some
say.
point?
She
I'm
didn't.
going to assume it's not a good job because he's got two of them instead of one good job.
I don't like where this conversation
It
is
just,
going.
it just sucks, but like I'm speaking like across the board for most men. Like I get Mika said happy house, happy spouse, happy house, but you have to do stuff around your woman's emotions. Like you have to feed that stuff. Like
Mm,
over the totality. Stop looking at me like that, Molly.
Oh no, I'm listening.
you I just you can't just leave your woman's emotions neglect. You can't neglect them. Like you gotta be uncomfortable and compromise and do something. Or
mm,
you ain't gonna have no wife, you ain't gonna have no family. She's gonna be hanging out with Jorge at the zoo, nigga, while you at home on the couch.
mm, I don't like where this conversation is going. Go ahead, Molly.
Like I get it. I don't want to be the simp or I understand men work and we need to do stuff. Like I work a lot. I take care of shit, but if a woman like I hung out with a woman and I did stuff outside of my norm because I um I felt this way about this woman. But
Let's talk about it.
no, we're not talking about it. But you have to like the people that you're into this situation, married, the people you love, you gotta do some stuff that you don't want to do.
Mm. Molly?
I think once a month to go out and do something is reasonable, especially given that he works so much. But every single one of his days off, he has to go out, and then it's like I have so many questions. But if he's working so much, he really not thinking about y'all. Like he's trying to sleep. He's trying to rest. He has to recharge his battery so he can go back out there and do it again the next day. So every day off, go outside and do something. I think that's asking for too much. Once a month is okay, but that's about it. Unless he does something super easy for his jobs. I don't know. And then I just wonder how small the child is. Because if the child is like 2, that baby don't care.
That's
Unless you want to post something for Instagram or something.
that's true. Carrie?
Um,
Put
I
me, put me by
hear the
Carrie while she gets
words.
her soliloquy.
I hear. I hear the words compromise and understanding here. Because
Oh.
I think that everything. So like, okay, I think that there's a couple of factors here. If he's working 2 jobs and he's working that much, first of all, he can't do that for forever in my mind. So maybe this is a season of sorts, right? So I think that
But you can
she
though.
might have to do. I mean, you can, but I'm assuming because there's a lot we don't know here. I think that everything has to happen at different points in times. So it might be that she has to do a lot of the covering as it relates to the kid, the quality time, all of that right now, with the promise of things changing later. Now, at the same time, I think that the age of the kid matters because I don't think this is as much about the mom wife as it is the family, the collective. So, Molly, to your point, if the kid is like 2, then she, other than pictures and stuff, she's probably not going to remember so much of that as opposed to if she's 6 and now like daddy didn't even teach me how to ride a bike type thing. um I do think that men sometimes do need to be reminded to stop and like smell the flowers. I hate to sound so cliche, but I do think that y'all need a reminder to enjoy what you're working for because it's real easy for many men to work themselves to death and not really be able to appreciate any of the family that they took care of. And I think that if you present it in that kind of a way, you can figure out how you can insert that where it makes sense. Because you can't do what you can't do. If you freaking tired, you need to lay down. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I think it's compromise and understanding.
All of me and my motorcycle buddies, we make normal livings. Like we all work a lot, but we be out. Summertime and it's bike season. Nah, nigga, fuck this work. We ain't did all this shit for nothing. Nigga, you bought a bike, nigga, they rode that bitch.
Yeah, but here's the dilemma though, Quentin. Let's say hypothetically you are in a relationship, right? And so I think that the argument that you're making is that y'all have time to do the stuff that y'all want to do, right?
Yes, and we take care of stuff we need to be taken care of, but
Okay, but here's the flip side of it. What if you have to sacrifice your bike time for family time because the spare time that you then have to do the thing that you wanted to work for, that you do, is now allocated towards doing the stuff that they want to do because that's what they want to do on your days off.
I my child's mother, when Miss Ava came, I told her I would sell my bike and la la
See?
la for
See?
nope for the family, and she goes, nope, I'm not gonna let you do that. Nope.
Yeah, you can look at it in the living room.
So I didn't. We were not together when my bike was in the living room, but
I think that men are stuck between the rock and a hard place that's ultimately in that position because they're underappreciated while at the same time, this is the thing that women say that they want. And I don't think that women know what they sign up for when they sign up for a guy that dedicates his life to working and putting people in a position and all of that stuff. And so he doesn't get any grace. She's still going to get all of the Mother's Day flowers and all of the accolades. And he's going to be talked to about what he's not doing because it's not enough hours in a day and it's not enough time to sleep and be able to work two jobs to over provide while at the same time meet the expectation of what it takes in order to fulfill her and family time. I think that those guys are stuck between a rock and a hard place forever.
But do you
Well,
have to be? Do like are you that tired? Like I work a lot, and I'm not like even like when
Well,
I
you
did
just said
like
you play video games for 40 hours.
well, okay, that's why I was gonna give some more context. Like back in the day, like when I was younger and I used to do manual labor, I still had time to do stuff. I wasn't that tired. I used to be on my feet all day, using my hands and all that stuff, and I wasn't that tired.
Because
Maybe it's
Yeah,
not
but
about maybe
go ahead.
he's not tired. Maybe he just wants to be home because he's not home 70 hours
Fuck
out
y'all
of the
niggas. How
week.
y'all know I work from home?
Like
I don't
maybe
be
he
lying
just
to y'all
wants to be
niggas.
in his home. Like that's his safe spot. He's never there apparently.
I'm
I
not gonna
don't
lie.
think that this was
My dad's like that. Like I can't believe my stepmom. My dad don't do fucking shit. She want to go. She want to go on cruises. She want to fly about the country. And my dad's like, nigga, I ain't going nowhere. Nigga. Every time that nigga sitting in that damn recliner watching TBS.
I don't think that women of yesteryear, most of them, I don't think people were going out like that. Like when they went out, it was a special, like it was a big deal.
like find a babysitter, go out
Yeah,
Yeah, it
true.
wasn't
for
a
their anniversary kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a once or twice a week type of thing. It was more like a oh man, he taking me out, type of situation.
but
So
that
it's
wasn't the. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I wasn't getting that that's what she was talking about. I was getting that she wanted them to do because she said we would do stuff at home, but I want us to go
So,
outside. Like so
He
I
said that
mentally
he
think of
wants to do something at home with us, but we want
but
him
we
to
want
come
to go
outside with us.
right. So I don't think of like a date. I think of like let's go to the park. That's what I got from her. More so like let's go do something as a family outside of the house.
I
and
don't
I
again.
think depending on his job, that could be a lot to ask for. So, like for me, I work around a lot of people. The first day I get home, I don't want to see a single soul. I'm
Yeah,
not going to answer my phone. I'm not going grocery shopping. Just like I want to be at home.
yeah.
Hmm.
And so
But
I can fully understand him wanting to be at home. And she didn't say he's neglecting me, he's neglecting the child. So there needs to be some grace extended there.
I think that her great. I think that she. I mean, again, we don't know, but she sounds like she is extending the grace because it sounds like she's trying to figure out is what I want. Is this selfish? Like it seems like she's doing it the way he wants to be doing it, which is at home, and she's trying to figure out if I can make space for what I want this to look like and am I selfish? So to me, she doesn't want to like force it on him. So it doesn't sound to me like she's not giving grace or she's not being grateful of what he provides. At the same time, it's like, okay, so is it that I can't have any want in this? I can't, hey babe, is there a possible way for us to do it this way at any point in time? I think it's unfair if she can't bring that to the table to him.
I think the fact that she took it to the internet says that she's not allowing him grace. That shouldn't even be something you should have to ask somebody else. Like if you're giving grace, you, I don't have to ask somebody like, "Oh, am I wrong for wanting this man to do something he clearly doesn't want to do?" Like,
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, I,
that's asking for confirmation and not really. I think she knows what the answer is to her own question.
what do you think the answer is to the question?
I think that I don't think that there's a right answer. I think that it's situational and it's a lot that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if she got small kids. We don't know, it's a lot that goes into that. But I think that inherently she knows what her own situation is and how to address it, but she's looking for confirmation from people that's on the internet.
I get you.
I
And
get
yeah,
it, but I get it, but I don't get it because people don't be having people to talk to, and they need somebody to talk to.
Then
So
go
you
and
yeah.
get some friends and get some people to talk to then.
You
right,
say
you at
what?
home all day, take that baby out to the park and meet some more moms.
Okay,
That's
just,
Right.
Well,
but we,
everybody does.
but
Go
we can
ahead,
just say this
Quincy.
in light of homie killing himself, the LSU football player. Like niggas need people to talk to.
Okay, then go and talk to people.
He-
Yeah.
Well,
The
maybe
internet
in
ain't
her,
ain't
it
talking to
may.
people. That's like a delusion.
Well, okay. I
No,
mean,
some people do get their shit off on the internet and it makes them like it's a
but that's not
No, no.
talking
it's a
to.
thing.
You're
That's
talking
like a
at
drug.
people
No,
at
people
a
is just hooked
screen.
on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm
They
not.
feel lonelier now. We are able to talk to anybody across the globe now with
Yeah.
all this technology. Yet we are lonelier now than ever. It's the technology. We need to go outside and talk to people like humans. On
Organically.
the internet is not it because we are more lonely.
Yeah.
well, I'm not. I'm in agreement that you shouldn't need to come to the internet
And no,
to
but we
to
thankful for
get the conversation, to get the advice, the feedback that you would normally be able to go to somebody you trust, that you know, and all of that. Like I get that and I understand that and I agree with that. At the same time, there are many people who, for whatever the reason, either feel they don't have those people, really don't have those people, don't know that it's inappropriate to come on the internet or whatever. And I don't think that just because you come on the internet, that means that you are of a negative intention. That, like, I think she's really trying to, like, talk this thing out with whomever. So
this is why a lot of guys choose not to get married.
Uh-huh.
No, a lot of
Yeah.
guys choose not to get
Very
married
don't be
because
frustrated.
women are insufferable.
This is why a
I
lot of
make too
guys
many
choose. You're
excuses
right,
for
kid.
bad behavior. Like, how?
This is
Yeah.
why guys a lot of times choose not to get married. Because listen, we okay with working two jobs. We okay with doing whatever. Because I'm assuming that when you're the type of person that's a productive person, you be productive regardless. But we do it a lot of times for different reasons depending on the circumstance. Let's say, for example, you're a person that don't have any ties to anybody. You can do what the fuck you want on your day off. You can go to sleep, you can go party, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. But the reward is that I have the freedom to do what I want to do. The other side of it is that I'm doing this so that you can take my resources, so that you can spend it, so that you can be happy. And I got to go over here and do some extra shit while probably hearing this for the first time on the internet while you talking to strangers. It's like, wait a minute. So I'm doing this shit for who? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're doing it for you, it's different. I can do what I want to do. I make the reward. But if I got to do it so that you can feel fulfilled, or if we really just want to be real, so that the nigga can get some pussy 2 or 3 times a week, I'm not really sure that it's worth the price of admission. That's at least what a lot of guys would say, right?
Women are confusing.
Gary, why you want to say, oh, Anton? I didn't even say nothing crazy.
What did I say?
When I said that this is why a lot of guys don't want to get married, and you was like, oh, Anton.
Oh, because of how you connect dots. Y'all, you be connect. You go to that, and Molly goes to child support and TBI.
What,
That's
what
not
did I
good.
say?
Y'all connect everything.
Everything to the same. I agree.
Everything
What
I
did
would.
I say that was so off though?
I think there's a lot of reasons why
I
men
think that
are
that's why men
staying
are.
single.
Yeah, I don't think that it's because somebody will come on and say, like, I don't know, and whatever.
What did I say that was off?
You can
I
just
don't know.
be
It's not off. It's just it's
pick
it's
another
like,
reason.
can is there any? We just talked about grace, right? Is there any space for grace for people or some level of understanding without the assumption being that you're condoning, excusing, promoting. Like, it just seems like we are so judgy and so like, you
Okay,
do it, you don't do it like
I
this.
love you,
Da, da,
Carrie.
da,
We
da.
can't say that. I'm the kind of, we judge, we don't condemn.
We don't condemn. We are condemning. And I'm not
Judging
just talking
keeps
about
you
us. I'm talking
safe.
about the chat too. I'm talking about the chat too. Huh?
I said judging keeps you safe.
I mean, I'm just putting myself like if I
No.
had to work as a family person almost 70 hours a week, and the one day I have off, you are nagging me to go outside when we could probably do the same thing in here and it'll probably cost less.
Molly, do you see
That
how
That's
you
just
is
just
where
added all
my
that
brain
color to the
is.
story? Okay, but
I'm just I
okay. Do you see the color you just added to the
because I know
story?
there are women who will put in work like that and then come home and have to do all this XYZ as well. So I'm just trying to give grace to the fact that he's a human being. You know what I'm saying? He's already overworking himself. And then he has to do, and then it's like how many days out of the week? Every off day we have to go outside.
But you just said nagging. How do we know how do we know that she didn't ask him and he was like, babe, I really don't want to go out. Like, I don't feel
Because
like it. And
it's
then,
a
and
thing, which means she's asking a lot because it's a thing and she's asking the internet. So this isn't like a one time or hey, can we just like once a month plan this outing? This is obviously a thing for them. This is
A point of
well, or
contention.
she went
well,
to the
or it's
internet over
something
it
that has, again, I would not go to the internet like she did. Okay, I claim it. I would not do it. At the same time, what if she brought it to him and he said nah, right? He said nah. But she's like, okay, ever? Like, so we can never do this? And he's like, babe, not now. And so he keeps putting it on the back burner. And she doesn't want to nag, but she still wants to figure this out.
You can't go outside with
So what?
anybody else.
It's the kid's
I mean, I
father.
know it's his father, but like if going outside is the main point, because y'all could spend time. If you
It
want him
is
to be with the
because she
father,
said he does stuff in the house. So going outside is her main point.
And I might want to take you out more if you put more effort into yourself when I got home to you. I'm just gonna say the uncomfortable part out
We
loud.
don't know what she
The
looks
fuck
like.
is
We
what?
don't know
Listen,
what he looked like.
it doesn't matter. The nigga
It
working
do
70
matter.
hours a
This whole
week.
look, listen, this whole notion of women stay in shape and men get fat, y'all need to let that go.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Y'all need to let that
Listen,
go.
the one to
hey,
one
hey now
is
Y'all
the
my
need to
my
man.
let that
man boobs
go.
Oh
starting
no,
to
no, no, no,
drop.
no, no.
That
The
is not
one to one
health
is
should be
not.
important to
The
everybody.
one to one has not. You got a bad one to one. The one to one is that the man get richer and the woman stays beautiful.
Okay, and then he dies from a heart attack, or he
No, you
dies from a
add
And then
shit in
he
there.
stroke, or
has
You
he
money.
add shit
dies
in there.
from, huh?
The one to one is that the man get to the bag and that he
Nah,
has something
nigga, I
nice
got
to come
gorilla
home
titties,
to.
nigga. Fuck
So wait a
you.
minute. So you telling me, you telling me that a dude could work 60, 70 hours, 60, 70, 80 hours a week, and I just gotta come home to anything?
No, no, that's
and a
What,
not.
what,
crying
what do I
kid.
no no no. If a
And
man
to see Molly adding the color and the crying
if a
kid.
man if a man works 60, 70 hours a week and you don't have a job, which means that you have no worries, you have no 40, 50, 60 hours have to work to contribute, everything is taken care of. You telling me at the minimum that I should not expect for you to at least be well put together?
I think you absolutely should expect that. That is her job at
I
that
don't
point,
know.
in
They
my
might
opinion.
have met like that. She might have looked like that when they
It
met. For
doesn't
him, that
matter.
Look,
might be put together. So
I'm
if you
getting
know,
richer.
if
If
you
you
met
getting,
her
so if I'm
plump,
getting richer and you getting fatter, you telling me that makes sense?
what if you're getting richer and fatter too, though?
But at the same time, it's a reason why I'm getting fatter because I'm getting richer.
No, that's not an excuse because there's plenty of
It
but
people
it
who
is.
are
kind
getting
of
richer
is.
who are not getting fatter.
Yeah,
No,
there
Carrie,
are people, but if this
Carrie.
man
You
is
know what
working
Carrie is doing?
80 hours a
Carrie is
week, when does he have time to go to the
taking a
gym?
responsibility away from the woman for getting bigger. The point that I'm making is that
I'm waiting for the F word.
if you don't have to work at all.
If you don't have to earn a living, let's be clear, because raising children is work. Stop
Right.
it.
That's your job.
Stop it.
Part of your job, if you don't have a job outside of the home, is keeping
Is
yourself
to
up, keeping the house up, keeping the kids up.
What is
So,
keeping yourself up? And
keeping the
does that
kids.
mean you have to work? What does that mean? Like, what does that look like?
Your
okay,
hair
wait,
should
wait,
be
wait.
Like,
combed
Yeah,
every
wait. Think
when I
about this
come
for a
home,
minute.
what am I coming
Think
home
about
to?
this for a minute. If he's working 10 and 12 hours a day, and then because it's not like he don't see things and he don't see women on his way home and in his interactions throughout the day, and he has to come home to somebody that's not even giving their best effort.
What does that mean? Like, what does she look like besides not being fat?
I
What
ain't
is it?
talking about her. I ain't talking about her. I want to say in general. You saying that shouldn't be a reasonable expectation at minimum?
Well, can you answer Quentin's question? What do you mean by like what does that mean?
That means that you you work out and you look good when I get home.
Okay.
And
I
you
don't
keep your
see a problem
calories
with that.
down that you consume.
You
So,
keep your calories
we
down.
Yeah,
Quinn
and
and I have talked about
you have a caloric deficit.
Okay.
So you're not getting
And
that.
okay.
So
I'm
Quentin,
just trying to
we've
understand
talked
how
about
the
this.
woman is able and should do this, which I like. You're basically describing a healthy lifestyle. So I'm cool with that. I'm just trying to understand how the
And that you
woman
look good when I
with
get home.
kids, fine. Okay. I'm trying to understand how that is like the responsibility of the woman, but it's not of the man as well. Like, do y'all, I'm just trying to
I don't
understand
know.
that.
So
Why
why do you
Men
keep
aren't
calling
supposed to be the pretty ones of the species.
I'm not talking about
Okay, so
pretty. I'm talking
nobody is
about taking, I'm talking about what he said, like take care of yourself, putting in your best effort. So I'm just trying to understand
I'm not
why don't
absolving the man, but I
men,
think that he deserves a little bit more grace because I personally believe that the priority, okay, so I only put one priority on you, right? Look good, look decent, take care of yourself. And you're putting multiple priorities. Now, I'm not saying that the guy shouldn't put effort forward, but his number one priority should be making sure that y'all taking care of financially.
and her number one priority should be taking care of the kids and the house.
and him. So if I'm at
And
home
and
taking
him.
care
Okay,
of
so
my
that's three
man,
things.
but look, if I'm at home taking care of my man, he can't get fat off of food because I'm cooking all the meals. They're all fresh. And I'm doing this the way that it should be done. So, Quentin, you asked what you're coming home to. You're coming home to meet, showered, and looking nice, a clean house, clean children, and a hot meal. That's what I'm here for.
Handsome
If
here.
you're taking care of everything else for me financially,
Throw that in
it's
there.
my job to take care of everything else, outside of that. Like that's why I'm here. Otherwise, what am I here for? And so like this man, he doesn't have time to necessarily go to the gym the way that he did when he was single or something like that. But at the same time, I can help him out and make sure that his meals are healthy and
So,
proportionate and
so,
things of
so let
that.
me ask this question, Carrie. Are y'all really that busy all day, every day, all
Who?
day, every day,
Everybody about to get offended.
Who are
without
you
no,
talking?
no, no. Are
Pink
women
slips
really
and detention.
women in general? I'm saying women in general. Are women
Oh,
in general genuinely that busy all day, every day?
Yeah, some of these
Or if
motherfuckers
a
older
man
than
is
they
working
is.
10, 12 hours a day, that she has no capacity to make sure that she's okay. And
well,
Very busy all
obviously,
day.
obviously that depends on the circumstances. How many kids? If the kids are at home, if the kids are away, how old are the
let's
kids?
say
Blah
that
blah
they
blah
got
blah
two
blah.
kids. Let's say they got two kids. And
Where are the kids?
the kids are 7 and 9.
Okay, where do
No,
they
then
go?
she should no, she's not
Do
busy.
they go to school?
Yeah, they 7 and 9.
Oh,
They could
any
be
listen.
homeschooled.
If okay,
Come on, don't
any
play that.
That's
if you have hours to yourself in your house, then yeah.
Yeah, what? They busy or no?
No, I'm sorry. Then no, they're not. They have the space to be able to do certain things. They're not that busy
So then that
during
means
those
that you
hours.
agree with me that we need to remove the. Because listen, if you're gonna be frumpy, you might as well just go to work.
Well, I don't understand. I personally, I agree with you. Like, I don't
If
understand.
we gonna look the same way when I get home from work, then you might as well go.
And then it's like if you're at home all
That's
day
true.
next to a shower and some hygiene products and a brush and a flat iron, no excuses.
If we
All
gonna
right,
both be
whatever.
dusty
So
when I get home, then you might as well go ahead and put in your 40 to 52.
maybe I'm telling more of my own business then, because I don't
So, Carrie, generally, are you like all
have a
made
whole bunch
up
of time
when
to
your husband's
myself.
around, Carrie?
What'd you say?
Are you like all made up? Is this like this is naturally you're like you don't really have on nothing right now, right? On your face and
A
your
little
hair.
bit of concealer and
But for the most part, this is
mascara.
you day to day.
This is me day to day. Well, it depends. It really does depend.
Well, you don't have to talk about your
I want to
personal.
see what Carrie look like with a face
But
full of makeup.
But let's
You
be
don't have
honest,
to
some
talk
women
about
don't
your
have to try
personal.
as
but
hard.
in general, like, yeah, I mean, calm my hair down or do my hair, put on, like, get dressed. Now I'm not decked out. I'm putting on 9 times out of 10 some leggings, some sweatpants, a t-shirt. Like, I'm putting on my mommy my mommy movement outfit.
But mommies be looking fine out here in these streets, though.
For my husband, like, his biggest thing, he likes when my hair is down. So, that's a big thing. But other than that,
I'm not even talking about Carrie in general. I'm saying women in general. If he come home and it's like big bag, I would imagine that it's very difficult for him to be motivated to go and work 60 or something like that.
I do not want Carrie.
I 100% hear what you're saying, and I think that I hear what you're saying. I God, I hate when I have to change my perspective.
Because let me tell you something. The minute that a nigga start coming up short on the money, it's been like the women say, I could do bad all by my damn self.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
First
women,
thing
I'm
they
sorry.
say
I
is when
think
a
I
nigga
have
start
more
coming up short on the
empathy
money.
for if you, because I'm speaking from a homeschooling, stay at home with 4 children mother's perspective,
rough.
where it
Take
is very
yourself out of
difficult
it,
to
Carrie.
find
Take
time.
yourself
So
out of it, Carrie.
having said that, if I were a stay-at-home mom and my kids went to school for like 6 hours, yeah, I probably would be Buffy the body.
I say this. I think that
I think you could do it at home, Carrie.
I think that
No, I work
a
out at
man's
home, but
It's some sacrifices, but
I think
a
that a
sister be
man's
tired.
productivity should be directly tied to the effort that his wife puts in and the way that she carries herself. I think if she rocking out with a 4 body, then I think that you should only work 26 hours a week.
You're a jerk.
I think you should only have to work 26 hours a week if she want to put in.
So
You know
y'all
what
can
I'm
just be
saying?
homeless together.
Yeah, I think that you should go to 40 hours a week if she's gonna put minimal effort, and for a woman that is dedicating herself and giving you all of the great things that comes with her, I think that it's okay to work a lot of overtime and to be grinding because listen, you motivated now. I think that your productivity should be directly tied to the quality of the woman that you coming home to.